Live from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clelin Ferrell in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Throwing on second and long. Prescott looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On second down, Jacobs. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
93. Strip that ball. Hey, high 7.
Throwing now is Carr. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And John Gruden has made the call. His guys are going for it. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller there to make the grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Prescott on first down. And it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On second down, it's Elliott, and nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The kick by Maher is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. CD, with that incompletion, let's look at some of the big games week 13. So these are ones that our crew probably think are the biggest 4. Let's rank them 1 to 4 as far as how big they are and what they mean. Baltimore at Buffalo, San Fran at New Orleans, KC at New England, Seattle at the Rams. How would you rank those? What do you think?
Well, this is going to sound self-serving since I'm working San Francisco and New Orleans, but to me that's the number 1 game because the number 1 seed in the NFC will be determined that week for that moment, okay? The winner of that becomes the number 1 seed. I think the number 2 game, Seattle at the Rams, because Seattle's trying to maintain pace with San Francisco or become the number 1 team in the NFC West, and the Rams have to have it if they have any designs on making the playoffs. The number 3 game, Baltimore at Buffalo. Buffalo's announced its presence, that big win on Thanksgiving Day over Dallas, but Baltimore's the hottest team, the best team in the league over the last 8 weeks. And then you finish up Kansas City, New England. How is that the number 4 game?
I know.
Hard to believe, but it is in this state, in this instance.
The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Throw from Carr complete to Renfro. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From midfield, here's Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Hey, 734. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Again, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 45. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken about the 12. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe than returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. Here's Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Carr, that's complete to his tight end, Waller. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 30 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And you can sense the frustration now as they're going to drop him again behind the line. Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, Prescott flushed out right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Kill. 47. Slow, small. 5'9", Mike 5'9". 26.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Prescott. He's going to go up, and it'll be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Intended that time for Cooper. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
694. Right there.
Throwing his car on third down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Niggas don't know who they're playing with. The fuck? I ain't Cookie Crumble. Nigga. Got me fucked up. Hold up. I like that defense I was in too. I was boxing the run. The fuck? I was in that shit. All I gotta do is set up my audibles and I'm straight. Who's up in here? Let me get a comment or something. Who's up in here? Let me just see if it worked. You know, let me just check. Okay, so it worked. Random. The Raiders are just where it's at, you feel me? It's a good team. Unlike the Saints. The Raiders know how to win. The Raiders know how to win. Find me someone to play.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Oh, fucking linebackers.
Number 58.
59. Mike to 59.
Watch the flat. Watch the flat.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
You.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. The connection made. It's Graham. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got the connection to the tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, 39 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
We're literally just standing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
I need to get better.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Here's Jacobs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league. It's told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
You can't stay in this defense.
No. Switch.
On second down now. It's Jacobs, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They run it with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. And that'll be incomplete.
That's nowhere near his.
The strong windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. They go with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
All game.
Taking it in from 4 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we are tied at 7. That's fielded in the end zone.
But we could sit in there because all this bitch does is pass. I'm mad that he passes. So what's the difference between Tampa and Cover 2 Saint?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for it.
And that's caught inside the 30.
Yeah, he's coming.
It's a big play that time for the Packers. 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch twitch. Watch out.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey,
but, you know, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Press, and he threw it to a fucking drag.
54, Mike. In the face. Shit. Hey, take 26.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Easy.
Pilot, 64, win.
Here we go with Williams.
Oh, my God.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Jamal Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
Let's do what we do best.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running is Jacobs.
Ooh,
He's
what
going to be
happened to that
stopped up
ball?
quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And now
You lose,
nothing
baby.
but green
You
ahead
lose,
of him.
baby.
20.
You lose, baby.
And all the way in.
You lose, baby.
Touchdown, Oakland.
Fuck wrong with him?
Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Come on.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about
That's
what
not a
their
hit
offenses
stick
are
from
doing.
LaMarcus right there?
Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Looks like we're going to blitz. Oh, fuck that. Play underneath.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man is Allison, complete. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Rodgers again now. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And again, it's Rodgers. He's going to wind, and this is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison, 34 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Parker. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown.
God.
The defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Shit.
At the 28-yard line.
One down. 180.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Monday down. 280. 15. Check back. 15. Check back. Check back.
On second down, here's Crowell.
He didn't even...
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with third and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He's coming.
Again, it's Crowell. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. They'll go with a big bang, Crowell. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail.
Where were they running?
And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Holy shit!
And he will get this.
He hasn't dropped a single
touchdown, Green Bay. Allen Lazard.
Got it, bro.
37 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now up to 14.
And he doesn't run the ball.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term,
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, 75 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the right side.
Stop hitting your alignment. That's a fucking linebacker.
It'll be back at the 36. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Back to throw, Carr. And able to complete it to Moreau. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Push him back. Push him back.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
It's Williams on the catch. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. And this is caught at the 8. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
He was fucking naked, man.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. To throw is Carr. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for two.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Let's switch it up. Let's switch it up, bitch.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far.
He thinks it's a run up the middle.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. First throw of overtime for Carr. Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On first down, Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Carr now to throw. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line, and linebacker 2nd level, and the secondary the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
Lost yards. If I would have fucking hit it when I first pressed the button, it would have been fine.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now Carr.
Whoa!
Oh, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with
Carr,
the
what
pick.
the
And a
fuck
big
are you
turnover
doing?
there as his guys will get the football back.
The route was
A
perfect.
costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that
Are
in
we
overtime,
serious right now?
you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin,
Bro,
our
you
statistician,
gotta
to
be
bring that
kidding
down
me
for
with
us.
that
That's
shit.
typically how coaches and teams feel about you. Throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
I got the tight end.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, take 26.
Blitzes are not getting good.
What can Rodgers do now with his drive? Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. When you're trying to win a game in overtime, I don't know if there's too many more in the history of the game you want under center than Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I think a lot of it's because he can beat you so many different ways. All right, he can beat you with the big shot downfield. Heck, if you need a Hail Mary, no one throws it better than Aaron Rodgers. But just when you think you've got him corralled in, when you've got pressure on...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl
Pressure on
Worley.
his
And they
bitch
have the
ass.
football and will take over at the 24-yard
Put some pressure on his bitch
line.
ass. Yeah, you didn't want to throw that,
So
huh?
we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
Bitch.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. A good pick.
See you later, bitch. His first incompletion was a pick. Let's fucking go. Holy shit. Boy couldn't play a lick of fucking defense.
WTF, emoji happy tears.
Let's fucking go. Who is that? Let's go. You see that shit, Dion? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fuck wrong with him. Ooh. Who the fuck did I just play? I wanna watch. Damn. He didn't throw a single incompletion the whole game. Overtime throws a pick. Get his bitch ass out of there. Let's fucking go. I'm about to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Fucking go. I'm a fucking dog. I'm a dog. This shit ain't no picnic, bitch. Let me see what rank the Packers are. Let me see what rank the Packers are. 86. Fuck wrong with these beach-ass niggas. Look at the Raiders. 68 overall on defense. They called me a madman. And we were away, too. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, bitch. Y'all don't want no smoke with me, nigga. Fuck wrong with him. The fuck? The fuck, nigga? I want it all. Give me all that. You're garbage.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
All I want us to do is play ball. You are not going to run the ball against me, sir.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo being chased out left.
Get his bitch ass down.
He's gonna use his
Drop
legs.
the ball next time,
all
too.
in all, no gain on the play.
Ain't nothing open, nigga. Ain't nothing
Well,
open.
the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Yes, sir.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Flush to his right.
He dropped it.
Incomplete.
He dropped it.
Oh, he had a defender
My
right
niggas is
there
goons.
with him to force that to the ground.
Punt it.
And
Just punt the
4th down
ball.
now
Be a
coming
normal
up.
fucking person.
Nice play there to force the
We're
incompletion.
playing a
And to
full
me,
game,
one thing's
bitch.
for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
I don't think I can
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Black 80.
Check hot route. Hot.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard.
You're not running the ball
He
again.
got a yard to the
You're
41.
gonna pass.
Here we go. 13.
The only way you're getting yards
From the
is
gun
by
on 3rd,
Jimmy G.
Garoppolo.
Doing some weak shit. Thank you.
And
Thank
the defense
you.
has it covered. It's intercepted.
Thank you.
Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And he's
I'll take
just
that,
across
dummy.
midfield
Ugh.
and down at the 49-yard line.
You didn't even want to throw that, but I'll definitely take it.
They told us repeatedly
definitely
earlier in
take
the
it.
week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early.
Now I
They
just got to
got
score
one.
against
And
the
don't
number
think
one
they were
defense.
above
Oh, that
all
looks
week
sweet.
long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is
looks
rated
real
higher
sweet.
than them. You got to let that happen, guys. Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Josh! Oh my God!
So get this one out near the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
If I didn't truck, that's a
burst
fucking
that makes him one of the leading
touchdown.
rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have him
Bosa?
on the move on first
Where's
down.
Bosa? That boy don't got a superstar boy?
Now a first carry for Isaiah
Come
Crowell.
on, is that
And he'll
Hudson?
take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Hudson, you're letting niggas
3 yards
block
on the
you?
pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Oh, yeah. Waller.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. And this
Sherman.
one incomplete.
Why are you not in
Too
man?
much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, Crowell. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson.
I'll take my shit. You feel me?
The kick
I'll
by
take
Carlson
it.
is
That wasn't
good.
even my possession.
And the
And I got
Raiders
rid of the
jump
whole
out
first
to a
quarter.
3-0 advantage. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Let me see what that O's like.
And this will be a
what that
touchback
O's
as that
like.
sails over the end line.
Let's see it. Try to run. Try to run. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Here we go, here we go,
The
here we
San
go.
Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs,
I
they
told
have a
you.
tendency
Stop
to be a
trying
little
to
bit
run.
loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Going underneath, it's Coleman.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles.
Thank you.
50-50
Thank
ball
you.
here.
Pass
It's
it to someone other
intercepted.
than Kittle.
Picked off at the 36. And the
fucking
return
hot.
will stop right around the 25.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense.
And he quit. And he fucking quit. Of course he would. Get the fucking Niners out of here. And I didn't get any points for that dub? 2 rage quits in a row. They don't care. Wild. Absolutely wild. Niggas ain't ready for prime time. The fuck? You thought niggas wanted smoke? Tuh. Yeah, right. I'm doing fine. Life could be hard. You should record in my car. Funny how that is a prison, but I got the bars. Please tell a nigga his son is a star. They do not know. They're watching from far. Alright, let me get one more game in. And then I gotta run some errands. Let me get one mo. And I already know this game is going to be at... This game's going to be at home. This game right here is going to be at home.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Oakland.
That's what we're going to find out.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
That's funny. Sounds good, you know what I mean?
Now, you want it? Switch up, switch up.
First carry for Josh Jacobs.
Hold up. How many rank points you
officially
got?
A loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
I'm playing against boys outside of my match level. Hold on. Look at Lamar Jackson just sitting there. He's looking at me. He's waiting to get on this field just so he can get cracked. I like it. I like it. Just so he can get cracked. You're good. Wait, hold up. Damn, 61 overall got hella speed. That nigga ain't got no awareness though. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna lay some lumber today. We're gonna lay some lumber today.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Now Carr into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Oh yeah.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
I can tell already.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jackson options out left. And an alley to run. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 31 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week. But here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here, you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
You know, it's cool using the Ravens while I use my favorite team. You know, it's fine.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Yeah, I'm happy for you. I want you to know that.
And nothing but daylight.
Ran on by the Ravens.
And he gets all the way down.
I love it. Gives me more incentive to do good.
A big play that time for the Raiders. 45 yards on the ground. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Jacobs now.
You're not?
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
What now?
Carr now on 1st down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From 10 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
I'm watching my own stream. You know, I'm trying to take notes.
So all even at 7
You were there for a little bit. There's a little bit. I've seen you in the area, but I ain't respect the user.
This is fielded at the goal line.
I ain't gonna respect it.
And this does not end well as he's going to be out of bounds here at his own 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Take this forward only up to about
this is literally all you got.
A yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
I'm waiting.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Saints, fucking 49ers, Falcons.
This time Jackson will throw it. He's going deep for Brown.
Oh, my God.
Complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
It's good. I'll let you
Hollywood.
Go ahead. Get it out. Get it out.
And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Get it out. Get it out.
Seeing some pretty good offense
here
here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate?
All the
I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
I've seen it. It's real elementary. He's elementary. Who'd you watch? What tutorial is it? I might check it out, you know. You just need the Ravens, huh? That's all you need. All right, but if I'm giving you a run for your money with a 68 overall defense, I mean, that's got to say something. But you know, we'll let that die down. Well, you know, we won't say nothing about it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Gimme. You gotta jump.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All day, every day, any day. Jim.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Carr now on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down.
48th month. Hey, Charlie.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And he'll find Moreau here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Ravens' 24-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun now for Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Carr going to throw. And he'll just toss it away.
See, that's my problem.
So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards up first and second down.
No, let me try it again.
It's no good. Carlson pushed it to the right. And the score will stay right where it is.
I deserve it.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And an alley to run. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
First down, Baltimore.
Here we go. Henry. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Jackson, options out left. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, partner, Thanksgiving in the rearview mirror, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all gone. And now if you look at the top 4 seeds right now as we hit, is it the quarter pole or the three-quarter pole?
It is the quarter pole, and we get to thank our NFL reporter, Randy Moss, who also has a great background in the sport of kings, for letting us know that's one of the most misused terms in that sport. It is the quarter pole, right? What are they headed for the home stretch? Is what he also said about it. I can't wait to see how this thing ends.
Well, we got New England and Baltimore, the top 2 seeds in the AFC, Seattle and New Orleans in the NFC. You think it stays that way at the end?
I think it's going to be a heck of a battle. I think Baltimore, yes. New England's going to get a battle from Buffalo, but I think they're going to stay in the spot. Seattle, they're going to battle San Francisco. They're just going to trade it back and forth, and it's going to come down to Week 17, I believe, to decide that one. And New Orleans, yes, they will retain a top 2 spot.
On 2nd and 9, Carr will find his tight end. That's Waller. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And we're going to get a timeout.
I guess.
With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
He could have it. Ooh, if I would have made my last one. This game's on some weak ass shit. I would have missed that. This game, man, this game would be hella easy. I just made my last field goal.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Oh, it's no good. Carlson pushed it to the right. And the score will stay right where it is. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
I just can't time these kicks. I'm used to playing on all Madden. This shit is way too slow. I'm adjusted to all Madden. I'm thinking it's going to go faster. I can't time this shit. You're so funny. You're hella funny.
Right there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that
Come
because
on, bro.
now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they...
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Yeah, because you call out every play.
75 yards.
You say something before every play.
Push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, Jacobs. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Yards.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
See, I could use whatever team I want. I get that, but I don't want. I want to use my favorite team. Let me chill.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Here's Carr to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check 24, check 24.
Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell.
What happened to
fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
I didn't enjoy that. That wasn't nice.
Monday, down. Blue 80.
In your face.
They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
If only I could make plays.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Got to do better.
Go, go.
Carr going to go on 4th down. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Damn. These niggas is tired. That's on me, I guess.
Throwing on first down is Carr. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
I hate that guy.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A first down carry now for Crowell. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. They'll run it again with Crowell. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. And that is Carr. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller there to make the grab. As his guys are back within a single score. Extra point.
I mean, I'm getting down the field.
And now things get a bit
like
more
I'd be down
interesting
1
here in this
point.
fourth quarter.
1 point.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Stop myself from missing field goals.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
I'm happy with that. I'm the Raiders. I got to take what I can get.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Yeah, that's that bullshit, right? Yeah, running the ball every play with Lamar Jackson. One play he fumbles, that's bullshit. Right.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there.
Yeah, you're running the ball with them every single play.
Execution and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Protein spill. Check 31, check 31.
Yeah, you're funny. These niggas
Mike,
are still tired.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Oh, my God.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
You're mine. Hey, echo.
Throwing again. Carr. And this is Carr. Touchdown, Raiders. Foster Moreau there to make the grab as they can now even this game.
Are you nervous right now? Is that what I hear? Would I be up by 6 points right now if I could make a field goal? Yes. You would be losing to the Raiders. That is correct.
Tied now early in this fourth quarter.
Elementary offensive
couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kicks
You got to
away.
call the same plays you've been calling the whole game.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Let's get this money. Well, I know that. Yeah. Called the same plays you've been calling the whole game. I know.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they... Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's in. Touchdown, the Raiders. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
If I could just make a field goal.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, that last run for a first down, it really should be the last straw for the defense. I don't care how many they've had in the box. They need to add more people.
Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
He can't hang. He's not going to get it.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 52 yards. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
You got it.
Now Tucker to add the PAT.
Just praying it works. Just praying.
And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Six of them things. 6 of them things.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the 27, Carr. It's a screen to Richard. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. Totally.
What the fuck?
Goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down.
Watch 36.
Back to throw, Carr. Space to maneuver at the 40. He'll find his running back here, Richard. as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Now,
Now Carr. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
You fumbled the ball.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Ravens first down.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. A gain of 3, second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Jackson. Buying time to his left. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it?